How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm busy in the studio, working hard.
Where's the pup? I saw the pup following you.
There, vem cá. There's the pup.
Oh, look how little she is.
Little happy puppy.
And she goes with you everywhere, doesn't she?
Most of the time, yeah. Or with my wife.
So adorable. All right, I know you're insane, so let me know whenever you're ready and we can get this going.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Afrojack, welcome back to America's Dance 30.
What's up?
Congratulations on this new smash, Never Forget You. This is so
Thank
awesome.
You. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be back on the radio and stuff, getting music out.
I can't wait to talk about how this smash was born. But first, we've got to talk about Ultra. You know, when we were chatting at Miami Music Week, you said to me, are you going to be at Ultra? And I said I couldn't be there because I had meetings. And you're like, whatever you do, watch the stream. You were not kidding.
No. It was it was a pretty big moment. It was very cool. I was very blessed to have David and Sia both fly out to come do Titanium with me. So pretty special.
There have been some iconic moments at Ultra. You know, the Prodigy performing live, Swedish House Mafia's last show, Swedish House Mafia's return, Avicii bringing out Madonna, Avicii bringing out Aloe Black, and now you bringing out David Guetta and Sia to perform Titanium for the first time together. How did that come together?
It actually didn't come together until like 3 weeks before.
Oh my God.
I was performing at a private party, or I wasn't performing. I was doing like a crossover set at a private party in Crane Club, New York. So like the Tao Group people, they're good friends of mine. I was DJing there, and I met Sia for the first time. So of course, like we worked together on Titanium, and I worked on some other songs of her like through the years. But this was the first time we actually met face to face.
Wow.
And then like we hit it off. I love her music. I love her voice. She's just a very nice person. And when we were texting afterwards, I just said like, well, probably you don't care so much, but maybe if you ever feel like it, like this is every time I play Titanium, this is what happens. So maybe you'd want to do it live sometime. And I sent her a video of Ultra. She was like, oh, wow, that looks great. Yeah, I'd love to come by. Like, okay. So then I called David and I was like, yo, David, I got something special. I think you should join. And then David had a new single with her, Beautiful People. And then I said like, okay, so let's do that all together. I did a remix for that record as well. So like, yo, let's just put it all together and do it live at Ultra. So he was down. We started booking logistics. I had to take a third mortgage for that. No. They were very, they were very helpful, and the label was very helpful, and Ultra was very helpful. So it was really everyone's heart was in it. And it was like not a commercial outing. It was really everyone sacrificed their time and their efforts just to get this moment together from their heart. So I'm really, really appreciative of course, Sia, of David, and also of Ultra.
And, you know, as a fan, it was such a goosebumps moment watching it. Was it the same for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just a fan. Like, you see me on the camera, but I was just like, I was attending. I think all of us were attending. Like, even Adam from Ultra, he was like, it's his festival, but for that moment, he was just attending. I think we all felt like that.
It truly was an iconic moment. And then there was another moment at Ultra that my best friend Ty texted me when he saw it happening, which was during the monsoon when you went out to the fans and started taking pictures and saying hey to everybody. You know, I know you already know how awesome that is of you, but as a fan, if I didn't know you and Afrojack comes out to say, hey, I would be losing my shit. Is there somebody that if you met them in person that you would still be starstruck?
Yeah, I get starstruck. There's one of my favorite actors slash what do you call it? Actors. Well, yeah, no, he's an actor. He's also a role model for a lot of people and a fitness enthusiast. You know Terry Crews?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Hilarious, dude.
I sent him a DM that like I really appreciate his work and like everything he's doing, and he hit me back like same. So that was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. That's like, yeah, I don't know what to say, like, because like there's some people that like I follow their careers for 10 or 20 years, and I'm like, okay, I'm out. I was sitting next to Keanu Reeves in a lounge
Oh my God.
like a few weeks ago, and I didn't say anything, you know, like I respected him too much to be that guy because it was only me and him in the entire lounge. So I thought like, okay, if I start the conversation now, like his privacy is like shattered for the rest of his off days or off hours. So I let him be. But that was definitely like, you know, I watched John Wick back to back. I watched The Matrix back to back. Like he's the one, you know, he's Neo. So I definitely get starstruck. The only thing that changed for me is because I know how it is when you have like you're in your private bubble in your head, and then you need to activate. So usually I try not to how you say, even when I'm starstruck, I try not to bother the people unless I have some. I feel like I can add value to their moment. But like, yeah, no, I definitely get starstruck.
Yeah, that's such a touchy thing because I forget who it was that I heard talking about on a podcast about it. You know, they would love to take pictures and say hey to everybody, but when you're in those private moments, you know, you really do want your privacy. So it really is such a tough moment.
Yeah, but I do think that like most of us entertainers, we made a choice, and this is like it's part of it. And I know like you might want to be a musician or an actor just for the sake of acting, but then like stop doing interviews and stop doing press. Just do the craft and don't promote it. And like the reason everyone does promotion and interviews and stuff, like and I know I can get shut down for this, but like the reason that most of us do interviews and press is because we want to use clout as leverage to make the music bigger, you know. So if you don't want that, like don't do any promotion. Just make music, upload it. Don't make a lot of money with it, and just chill. And like I feel bad for the people because there's a lot of people that like. I recently saw a long post from Robbie Williams. I love Robbie Williams. He's amazing,
That's who it
amazing
was.
guy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
amazing musician. But it's like, okay, like I understand that it sucks when you're on a plane with your family and everyone wants to take a picture with you, and then you have to be happy Robbie because else people are going to feel offended, and that takes a lot of time out of the day. But this is like, unfortunately, this is the human effect of doing a Netflix documentary. It's like it sucks, but this is how humans work. And like I don't agree necessarily that's ethically the correct thing to do. Like I wish humans didn't work like that, but this is how we are wired subconsciously. Like people think that the actor isn't a person. They think that the actor is that guy they see in the movie. You know, if you watch Titanic, you think Leonardo DiCaprio is Jack.
Right.
He's not Jack. He's a guy pretending, but he pretended so good you believe that. And this is how our brain works. So it comes with the territory.
And it is, like Robbie Williams said in that post, it's tough because you don't know what he's going through at the moment. He could be talking to his wife or somebody having to
I
deal
know
with something.
you can be in a fight. I had many times that like I was going through something, and then someone said, "Hey, can I have a picture?" And like, well, I'm gonna say, "No, I'm angry right now."
And then you're the ass. Yeah.
But yeah, but that's like I don't agree because I feel like, well, I'm not the ass, but this is how people perceive it. And you cannot blame them. They see you 5 seconds in your whole life. You see people every day for 5 seconds, but they only see you one time. So yeah, I feel like even though, and I'm like digging my own grave right here, but like yeah, this is part of the job. When you see people they want to take a picture, smile and wave. That's what you get. Or stop doing interviews, change your alias, make a new name for yourself, and just do music and wear bucket on your head, and you know.
I mean, I completely agree with you because, and I've said this a million times before, with my show on the radio, you know, our listeners don't really care what we're going through in our lives because we're there to distract them from what they're
That's
going
our
through.
job. We're entertainers.
Exactly. So when I go...
The part of it is, though, that like if you show your face as entertainer, you automatically oblige your face to entertainment. So if you're walking around in the street, that face still says entertainment. And you like, of course, you can wish people to understand that you're off at that moment, but their subconscious does not understand this. And that's part of the job, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying it's fair, but this is the way the world works. It's like if you eat fat food, you get fat. If you eat healthy, you get healthy. It's like, what do you want?
Absolutely. And P.S., side note, let me just tell you how amazing you've been looking lately. Speaking of healthy foods.
Well, you know, it's a lot easier these days since I have more time. I have a wife. My life is very stable. I tell you honestly, when your mentality is stable, everything else follows.
Well, let's talk about an amazing song, Never Forget You. How was this song born?
Oof. I got the first demo from Paige on a completely different type of, instrumental back in, I think, September or October. No, maybe even earlier, maybe like May last year. I started working on it. I just couldn't figure out what exact direction I wanted to take it. And I was in the studio with Amel, the guy I just signed, who's like very, Martin Garrix, Brooks, Avicii inspired. So I said, let's try and make this like a record Avicii would make back in the days before Wake Me Up, before all the international hits, just like that real feeling, like from, I think it was like 2008, 9, 10,
Yeah.
the Tomorrowland, the first Tomorrowland stream type of feeling. Then we made the first version, and I was very happy with it. But it still was missing something. I couldn't get the melodies better. And then I called my longtime friend and collaborator, Giorgio Tyneford, who's, if you Google that name, you will go like, oh my God, wow. And he sent me something back in 5 minutes, just like one chord change and one extra note, and completely changed the game. It's crazy because like you can have the 99% of a record, and then the 1% can be, it's like the magic ingredient. And like I did a good job, Mel did a good job, Paige did an amazing job, but Giorgio added that magic ingredient.
And you talk about Paige Cavell, right?
Yeah.
Now, is there a reason that she isn't on the name of the song?
I don't know. Like, you know, like one thing you see a lot when artists are, up and coming or on the rise, then management gets very, or not even management, also the artists themselves, they get very like, ooh, I don't know if I want to put my name on that, like Titanium,
right?
You know, I don't know if it's cool. So I think like someone in her camp or maybe herself said like, okay, yeah, I'm not sure about if this fits with the whole John Summit thing, so I'm just gonna not put my name on this one. Okay.
Right. No, absolutely.
For me, it's like, like to each their own. Like I've been there. So I said the same thing David said to me when I did Titanium. Like,
are you sure?
No, just okay. No, David didn't say, are you sure? He just said, okay. So, yeah.
Well, she absolutely killed it like she always does.
Like the first time I heard the vocal, I was like, oh my God, like, who do I call?
And was the final product a lot different? Because I know you mentioned that it was going to be over a different beat.
No, like if you hear the first version, like they sound completely different.
Wow.
Like my first production sound completely different. The original like writing chord progression was a different chord progression even. And then it's funny because right now I have a song coming soon with Martin Garrix and David Guetta, which we also premiered at Ultra, also with Amel. And there, like the process was completely different. There we actually sat down and we wrote the song together. But there was also the same thing that like I almost had the perfect melody. Like it was like, this is great. Like I was with Amel in my studio in Antwerp, and I'm like, yo, like let's demo this quickly and send it to Martin. So I played the melody. Amel built around it a little bit. I sent it to Martin, and then Martin sent me back a voice note like 5 minutes later. He's like, yeah, but what about if we do this? And it was one different note, and then he sent back like a MIDI file, and that one note completely changed the entire record. And then from that point on, we started making that one. So that's probably the next one I'm going to do interview with you about. It's called Our Time, and it's coming soon. So right now we're still going with Never Forget You, but yeah, Our Time I'm excited about too.
Speaking of Never Forget You, was there any thought of having it called Never Regret You?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the initial title. But like I don't believe that the art or the magic is in a title or a name. I believe it's in the music. And then when I said, like, they told me Never Regret You, it's like, yeah, that's nice, but I'm not gonna sing that. Like, Europeans don't hear we never forget you. Hey, that's what we hear, So, and then they said, like, yeah, but there's already 10 records called Never Forget You. It's like, yeah, because it's a catchy title. How many songs are there? Like, how many streams are there on records called Never Regret You?
Right.
From a European perspective, like, the definition of never regretting you, that sounds like some philosophical stuff, or like you got it from an Old Testament or something. Like, never forget you is like, I will never forget you. Like, never regret you is like, I don't know what that means. I'm sure if I read into it, I can understand what it means. But when I hear a song, I don't have to think about that.
Never Forget You just flows a lot better.
She also says it. So I was
Absolutely.
like, well, it's not the main one, but, it sounds nice.
Well, congratulations on this smash. I can't wait to talk again when it goes number 1.
I hope I did a good job with the forget you, regret you marketing strategy.
I think you did. Well, I can't thank you enough for your time. Before I let you go, I had to hop on a trend that's going on right now where you ask ChatGPT to roast you. And so I asked ChatGPT to roast Afrojack, but with compliments. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, sure. My friends did this once to me too. Like, ChatGPT's fun. Please tell me.
Afrojack's the kind of guy who could headline a festival, lose a shoe mid-set, and still make it look like part of the show.
You saw the Turn Up the Speakers version at Ultra Europe, where I pressed stop right on the final big drop, and the fireworks went off and everything.
Stop!
It was like silent.
Like, by mistake?
Like literally by mistake. Like, I just pressed stop, the Q button, on the wrong CD player, which was running Turn Up the Speakers. Like, no excuse, no technical error, just like I made a boo-boo.
It happens. Afrojack does it.
Yeah.
So you're winning at life when your side projects are hit singles, your bad days are sold out shows, and your biggest controversy is being too damn consistent. Is that true?
Well, no. So I do have to say, like, I did see some YouTube comments that they were saying that, like, no matter what, I'm the most consistent DJ. I don't feel like that at all. I feel like I'm running around like a headless chicken trying to figure out what I have to do next all the time. But I always say, like, if you aim for 300%, you'll at the least do like 100%. Or like on your worst day, you'll like put up a 90%. So I'm always struggling to aim for that 300%. But it's a lot of work, man. Like, I'm in my studio for the last 6 hours. I haven't made any music. I've just been working and thinking and studying and preparing, and looking at the shows of the next 2 months. What am I going to do? How am I going to make it legendary? How it's going to be epic per show for every single show. I take it very serious.
And can I just say that anybody that might be new watching this, I mean, you've been doing this for so long and you're still dealing with that. So it's perfectly fine to feel that way.
Oh yeah, you're like, people say, how does it feel? You made it. It's like, no, I didn't make it. Like, you know who might have made it by now? David Guetta. Like, I hear he just bought like a 200-foot yacht or something, and he has a house in Aspen and in California, in Hollywood, and in Miami. He bought the house next to Jeff Bezos. Like, I think he's pretty calm, but I'm working on him on some stuff with him right now, and even David, who made it, like, when you're sitting on like $500 million or something, I think you made it. This guy is still doing all the shows, going to the studio, working in the studio 16 hours a day, because it's not about the money. It's not about how many streams you have. It's about how many streams is your next song gonna do. how many people like your next song. I don't care about the streams. I care about how happy are my people with the music that I make. So when I go to YouTube and I look at the comments and I see everyone like, oh my God, I missed this music, or like, wow, I love this song. I'm so happy he's doing this music again. I'm like, that's what I want. I have to do that again and again and again. And there is no amount of prior success that can block you from any future success. It's just like your future success is the only success. Past doesn't matter. Like this is the same thing. Like the titanium moment was amazing at Ultra. Like, what am I going to do next year?
Yeah. I know you say that you don't feel like you've made it, but I told you this in Miami. You have made it, and that's all that matters. And yes, I get it. It's all about what's next. But please know that Afrojack has made it.
Not yet. I refuse.
That's a great mindset because it keeps you working hard. Afrojack, I can't thank you enough for your time. Thank you for being with us on America's Dance 30.
Thank you, Brian. Good to see you. And I like the shirt. You should get me one of those shirts.
All right, I'll do that.
Probably like 4 sizes bigger.
That's when you know you've made it, when you've got an America's Dance 30 shirt.
Let's get it.
Yeah.